Hey guys, it's Kirby with HDC Concepts. We're going to do a short video today on gear that we recommend for our class and gear that other shooters use when they come to class. So first of all, let's talk about our rifle. Predominantly we use bolt action rifles in the course. There are some semi-autos there, but accuracy lends itself to a bolt action rifle. These rifles need to be capable of shooting 3 to 5 rounds into a 1-inch circle at 100 yards. That's what we want to start with. Okay. Next to that, we need a scope of good quality that has adjustable turrets. It doesn't have to be the top end scope, but it does need to have adjustable turrets so we can make adjustments. The turrets, if they're MOA, minute of angle, or mil radian, we would like them. Best case scenario is that it matches your reticle. The subtensions in your reticle need to match the turret so that we're adjusting what we see. Okay. From there, if you have a box magazine style rifle, bring a couple of extra magazines with you. It makes it simple, you can preload them. If you have a top loading rifle, we'll work around that, and that's not a problem for us. We'll just hand load them one at a time. So next to that is a quality bipod. This is a Harris, this is an Atlas. Both of them have ARCA attachments on them or Picatinny attachments. Those are not necessary, but having a sturdy bipod helps with your accuracy, right? So we want a quality one, whether it be whatever choice. If you have a question, feel free to give us a call. We'll give you some recommendations. So next to that, next to our scope, our rifle, and our bipod, our next main course is actually, let me move this out, is our sling, right? We have our sling here. This is a FTW carbine sling. It's one of my favorite slings. And we use slings in our classes. We teach you how to shoot off with a sling, supported or unsupported off a barricade. So having a sling is very important to us. Having a sling that works with you is even better, right, than just a regular sling. So let's move this away and get to the next part. So moving on to the other gear that we recommend. I recommend, or we actually prefer, a rear bag. I like a rear bag that has a pellet style feel in it, that you can actually hear it moving. It's a little taller, it's a cylindrical shape, so you get a little bit more height, you can turn it around, and it actually holds the elevation better than some of the other feel. There's some other feels that are very slick and slippery, and this to me is my favorite. This is our recommendation for a rear bag. It doesn't have to be this exact style, but something with a pellet style feel for a rear bag. A rear bag is essential in our accuracy, okay? So some of the other bags we'll see in a course is some accessory bags. This is a fortune cookie by WeBag, one of my favorite brands. It is phenomenal at building positions on alternate positions, weird fence post, angled items, and to be able to get that rifle on it and track, or even in a pinch to build a position and use our rifle on it. It's very good. It also has a beam or pellet style fill. It's heavy, but it's an essential one. So if you need to use different bags to fill a void, build space, or just for one bag to take everywhere, also some this is a tack pad. It's very light, it has a soft, silky feel to it, so it'll move a little bit, but it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it actually is pretty light. So these are other bags and options we see there, and they all work in different things, but a must, these are not required in the course, but a must is a good rear bag, a bean bag style. So you'll also see these. Another good tool that I recommend is getting a quality logbook or a data book. So this is an Impact data books. I don't make any money from any of these companies. I'm just recommending them to you because they make good gear. In the first couple of years of shooting, these are some reference pages. Your logbook or your data book is instrumental in recording and making notes on what you did on certain days, certain conditions to get impacts and to be more effective. Okay, so having a good logbook or data book is important. Even if you have a ballistic app, or even if you have a smartphone, these are very handy, and the batteries don't wear out on them. So another thing we like to recommend to our students is a quality cleaning kit. So if you have a cleaning kit, bring it to class. You may need to clean your rifle, you may not, but if you do, you'll have it. So another cheap and easy way to do it is a bore snake. It's a quick pull through bore snake, and a little bit of oil will get you a long way in a bolt action long range class. Another thing we want to talk about is ammo. We recommend about 120 rounds as a minimum. We may not shoot 120 rounds, but we're going to go right up to that limit. There's times in our courses when we offer free time, which you can go back over certain stages and practice things that you learned, practice things that maybe you were having some issues with, and work out the kinks. So having a little bit more ammo than the minimum is actually preferred. So when we talk about rifles, when you show up for the course, optimally, we'd like you to have your rifle zeroed, right, with a correct 100-yard zero. Know the data on your bullet, on the cartridge you're using, meaning the ballistic coefficient of the bullet, what the manufacturer is. Obviously, we'll know the caliber. And if possible, chronograph the speeds of at least 1 to 10 rounds of your ammo coming out of the barrel. So 100-yard zero, know the data of the bullet, the ballistic coefficient, and have it chronographed if possible. If not, we can do that at class, but it does make it easier, and it will make your life a lot simpler in the beginning of class, having it zeroed and knowing the data, so then we can then build off of that and make our own data card with it.